This is Class IDT 4173, Midwestern State University, Professor Dr. Pamela Morgan, presented by Manuel Ramos. The presentation is about understanding color blindness. We're going to be covering what color blindness is, the different types of color blindness, the different causes of color blindness, and color correcting glasses as a solution to help see colors for some colorblind people. So let's go ahead and get started. Understanding color blindness. Thank you for being here today to learn more about color blindness. Did you know there's a large population around the world who do not get to see the full color spectrum of colors like you do? In today's presentation, we'll be talking about the different types of color blindness, the causes, and the solutions. So let's go ahead and get started by learning more about what color blindness is. Color blindness occurs when you are unable to see colors in a normal way. It is also known as color deficiency. Color blindness often happens when someone cannot distinguish between certain colors. Now that we know that, let's take a look at the importance of color perception. Color vision has a vital role in household tasks, driving, and many other interactions with the surrounding environment. The loss of functional color vision can impair these everyday tasks, including job performance, and may even preclude specific career choices. Can you imagine being out there driving and not being able to tell between a green light and a red light? Or couldn't tell what if I'm wearing a red, black, or green shirt with gray, blue, or purple pants? It can be challenging sometimes. So let's take a look at the causes of color blindness. There's two factors. One is genetic, which is most people with color blindness are born with it. Colorblind vision defects is passed from the mother to the son, and some occasions to their daughters, but the most common is mother to son. There's also acquired factors, which is mostly disease, like glaucoma, diabetes, or macular degeneration. And there's trauma, toxic effects from drugs, and metabolic disease. But now that we know what the causes of color blindness are, let's take a look at the different types. But before we do that, let's look at the science behind the color.
8% of all men are colorblind,
only 0.5% of women, but can you see these? I'm colorblind, I can only see this one and this one. So let's talk about colorblindness. Many people think that colorblindness makes you see in gray or black and white, but that's not true. This is a representation of what you see versus what I see. And believe it or not, I cannot tell the difference between these two pictures. The main problem with being colorblind is that you can't distinguish between multiple shades of colors, and I'll explain why. In your eye, there are three types of cells that detect color. One for blue, one for green, and one for red. These three sensors work together to tell your brain what color something is. So yellow light activates the red ones a lot, the green a little bit less, and blue almost not at all. And your brain knows that means yellow. But most colorblind people lack either the green or the red sensors. So now anything in this range becomes very muddy and hard to see. That's why colorblind people always mix up red and green. Follow to learn more about your brain.
Wow, what a great video and what a great explanation of how the different things that happen to colorblind people. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the different colorblind types of color blindness. We have red-green color blindness with protonomy, which is the reduced sensitivity to red light, protanopia, which is the inability to perceive red light, deuteranomaly, which is reduced sensitivity to green light, and deuteranopia, which is the inability to perceive green light. We also have some illustrations here for you. On the top right, we have what a non-colorblind person and how they perceive the different colors. And then you also get to see what a person that has red-green color blindness and how they perceive the colors. You see how the different shades, they're not quite as clear as what a normal non-colorblind person sees. So now let's take a look at the next set of the different types, which is blue-yellow color blindness. And for here we have trianomaly, which is reduced sensitivity to blue light, and trinopia, which is the inability to perceive blue light. Again, we have an illustration here. On the left, we show what a normal visioned, non-colorblind person sees and how they perceive those colors, and also what a trinomaly and trinopia person, or a blue-yellow colorblind person, and how they perceive the colors. Again, not quite as sharp, and look at how different the colors look. The next type that we have is complete color blindness, or monochromacy. We have cone monochromacy, where only one type of cone cell is functional, leading to limited color perception. And we have rod monochromacy. No cone cells function, causing vision in shades of gray. And you can see the illustration there again, where a normal non-colorblind person and how they perceive the colors, and how the monochromacy or totally colorblind person will see. You see how they see more shades of gray than they see color. There's a little bit of color in cone monochromacy, but there's not as much. So there are some color blindness solutions. The one that I'm going to talk about here today is the colorblind glasses. Color correction glasses use special technology to block overlapping wavelengths. The brain can detect a clear red or green signal from the cone cells when there's less overlapping. There are different brands and models, but the most popular ones, or the most common ones, are Enchroma, color correction glasses, and Powstone. And while it would be great that the color correcting glasses would work for everyone, unfortunately there are some limitations. It only works for those that have red, green, and blue-yellow color blindness. And unfortunately, at this time, they do not work for people with monochromacy or complete color blindness. However, technology changes every day, and we hope that one day there will be a solution for them as well, so they can see the world in full color as well. Now let's take a look at this amazing video that shows a boy seeing color for the very first time using colorblind glasses.
Buddy, can you look at the... Kason, look out at the frisbees.
Can you see them? Can you see the differences?
So amazing. They're so colorful, and it's kind of weird because I didn't like. I've never seen this color before, but I kind of knew what they were. That day changed my life.
Wow, isn't that great? What this technology can do to help a person see color. I'm so glad it's available for everyone out there that is colorblind to use. Here's some additional facts about colorblind people. 1 in 12 men are colorblind. 1 in 200 women are colorblind. As you can see, color blindness is more prevalent to men than it is for women. Across the world, there's 350 million people that are colorblind. And so that's about the same amount as the entire population of the United States. To colorblind people, a rainbow, it only has 2 to 3 colors. Also, 90% of colorblind people says that it affects them at work. And 75% of colorblind people need help verifying colors from coworkers. Now, did you know there's some very famous colorblind people out there? So we have Mark Zuckerberg, Keanu Reeves, Prince William, Bill Clinton, Howie Mandel, Bing Crosby, Mark Twain, and Paul Newman, to name a few. So whether you're rich, poor, famous, or not, colorblind affects everyone. In conclusion, colorblind people can be your coworker, your friends, your church friends, your schoolmates, your professors, and as we saw, even famous people. Colorblind people need our help to distinguish colors. So when they ask for help, let's go ahead and help them with a big old smile now that we understand some of the challenges that they have. Now there are some resources available for colorblind people. So if you are colorblind, you think you're colorblind, or if you know that someone that's colorblind, there's a resource for a colorblind test at the colormax.org website, and the National Eye Institute at the website listed has a lot of great information, including background as to why colorblind people are colorblind. I hope the information provided will help those individuals that are colorblind. And for the rest of us, I hope the information helps us understand some of the challenges that a colorblind person has in defining colors, and we are more supportive of colorblind people. At this point in time, I would like to open it up for questions and discussions. Thank you so much for being here today. If you have any questions, I'll be at the back of the room to answer all the questions that you may have. Thank you, and have a great day.